There we go.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Exit all of that one.
There's a notification.
There it is. Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker.
Chick Picker!
Oh, woo!
That sounded like a damn rooster. That was pretty close. Todd's not even in here?
Not yet.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, I didn't have my screen up. I thought it was Todd.
No, it was me.
That sounded like a rooster.
Sorry we're late. We were up and then we were off. So I don't know.
It was a glitch.
It was glitchy. Morning, Maggie, Karen, Patty, Carol, Karen,
Sarah.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, everybody.
I slept in because I stayed up too late.
Oh, Tommy just called you late picker.
Late picker.
You ass. He's such an ass.
Oh my gosh, Sarah. Today she has a puking husband.
Oh no.
That's never good.
Oh
never,
no.
never.
No, they're worse than your 5-year-old children.
Oh my goodness. Karen says, I've been on Amazon Seller University this morning trying to figure out some stuff. This is a nice break. Well, thank you. Thanks for coming in. There's Beth. Yep. Tommy kept me up late last night. Again.
Yeah, it's all Tommy's fault.
I'm going to blame him.
I don't blame you.
It's all your fart.
Okay.
I cannot talk.
I better learn how. This ain't gonna go very far.
Todd, where are you? Hi, Ring. How you doing? You doing okay? Hi, Myra.
I just messaged him. Yep, that was Tommy's fault.
Yeah, because I started watching him probably at the wrong time because I was in bed watching him. That was probably not a good choice, but
yeah, don't get into that habit.
That's 2 nights in a row that I've done that, and I went to sleep every time.
Oh no!
Y'all are my lullaby. Oh.
Well, good on you, Tommy. So I had to go to work last night, but I got a payout.
$50. And she didn't even pay for the dang ticket.
Crash tickets.
Tommy was in bed with Chick Picker and Lance. And Valerie and Chick Picker. Chick Picker, Valerie, and Lance. We had a little thing going on.
Sandwich. Sandwich.
Morning, Liz. Yeah, it sounded really weird.
They scared. I don't know. I like I have a ticket like in front of my face like 2 or 3 times, and I didn't even check those when I first got home. So I just threw them in a bag, and put them on my table. So I didn't even know it until this morning, but that's all right. At least I didn't throw it away again.
Yeah. Don't.
Actually, I check them.
You do pretty darn good because you save them. You don't
Yeah.
just toss them.
I actually have 2 large gift bags underneath my desk, and they're both full.
Chock full, huh? There's the silver hair stacker. Sally, when I came on and I did that, Sally thought you were back and you were doing that.
Yeah, because I didn't have my screen up. I'm like, that sounded like a rooster. And I was like, what? Todd's not in here? And she's like, no, that was me. I was like, oh, my bad. I thought it was Todd. I was like, that was pretty dang close to a rooster.
Oh,
poor God. Sick rooster.
Chick picker.
Oh my gosh.
Karen says Dollar General window cleaner. You're looking good.
There you go.
Texas Val says a dying rooster. Pretty close. It was super close.
I feel well. Yeah. I slept in.
I did not.
You didn't go to sleep, did you?
No, I did. I got some sleep. Like 5 hours. Maybe not 5. Maybe 4 something. I went to sleep at 2, got up at 6:30. So 4.5.
Yeah.
And I might take a nap today.
And you go in at the same time today, or you go in?
No, 11? I'm off today.
You're off today? I'm so confused.
I thought about going and trying to get the Hostess. Today's Hostess Day at Dollar General. You get them for a penny. So if you go to Dollar General today, make sure you get your Hostess. It's the ones not in the box, but the ones that are individually wrapped. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of different ones. So make sure you check with your app and see if they're a penny, and then good to go.
Yeah.
I passed it. I was gonna go, and then I was like, and Brandon told me he has got to get up at 6:30 to go to work. So I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to take him to work and then come back and then go and then come back.
Yeah.
I must stay home today, I think.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go to the Walmart. I gotta go to the Walmart. But I sold my truck.
Oh, good.
I sold my truck.
How much you get out of
that? 15. Exactly what I paid for it.
Good.
So I sold it to my father-in-law. And, that was exactly, the thing that got me yesterday. Okay, so they said, well, Walter gets off at 4, so we're going to get some gas, and then we'll be on over after that. So I figured probably 4:30, 4:45. So things just went, I spent a lot of time packing up packages, and because I just had to do some running in the morning. Anyway, so I'm in Horton, which is 5 miles up the road, coming from the post office, and I get a text message saying, okay, we're on our way, and it's 2:30. And I haven't done anything to the truck. I haven't cleaned it. I haven't got all my stuff out of it. I haven't done anything. So I'm like kind of pissed off. And so I get here, and they get here about 3:30. They end up
Oh
getting here
my
about
God.
3:30, almost 4 o'clock. So I was just I was just running around crazy. But yeah, that's what he said. He needed a truck to kind of tinker in, and yeah, it's a nice truck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nice looking because it's got some terminal rust going on, and you can never get rid of that stuff. I mean, that's there for good. But it's still a very wholesome truck. It runs good. Um, you know, and so.
You know what I'm actually thinking about doing? Because rust is so bad here.
Mhm.
And this vehicle that we have now has a little bit of rust on it, but it's just barely on the trim, and I think I could chisel it off and, like sand it down or whatever.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking about doing bed liner,
Mhm.
a bed liner trim. Because it won't rust, and you know, like especially on the edges of stuff, like it just eats it. And I've seen it do it within a few yeah, chisel it off, sand it down, you know what I mean?
Yeah. File it down. I don't know. It may keep it from getting worse, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if you get rid of the rust, if I'm saying like if you sand the rust down
Yeah.
until there's no more rust,
Yeah.
and then you could do like Bondo or whatever and fix that.
Uh-huh.
And they have kits for that, so like you can do a strip here and a strip there. And um
Fishing and Picking says use bed liner paint.
bed liner paint, prep the metal. Prep the metal is the
But,
key.
yeah. Well, and you want to make sure that, also you want to look underneath, in the undercarriage, because that's where a lot of your rust is going to be, from being so
Oh,
close to the road and salt and all that too, But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
on those trim areas, you could do that, protect it.
Yeah, the van is at the point to where one of the back tires, the spring, the not the spring, but the
Like the suspension thing.
yeah, it's coming through.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's rusted. So, and there's no way to bolt it down.
I'll need to sell that thing for scrap
It's
and
Yeah, I'm not even gonna sell it to. I was thinking about selling it to somebody else, like 200-300, but
yeah,
I can't even do that.
yeah,
I'm gonna scrap it out.
yeah. Yeah, rusty undercarriage is not nice. That is true in a lot
Yeah,
of different areas.
I I know that you have to you get rid of all the metal, or not all the metal, but all the rust.
Yeah,
You have to get down to you know the metal part to where there's no more rust,
yeah.
and then you can
It's just
do the
it's
bed
just
liner
such
paint.
a hard thing to do because it's so prominent where you're at, because of all the salt and the snow and everything. But
Brandon tried doing that with one of our other vehicles. We had this white Honda Accord station wagon, and it did the same thing. The back, I was afraid that thing was just going to come through the floor and go up into the roof. You know, the the suspension on that, and he had to weld it, and it lasted like 3 months in the winter,
wow.
and then it was gone. And we scrapped that sucker because we're like, because at the end we had no brake line,
Oh my
and
gosh.
but it was a stick shift, so you could power it down and drop it down into second, and then to first, and that's how we were stopping.
Sally Ann.
Hey, you do what you got to do,
I know, I
you
know.
know. And we were driving it very sparingly, you know. Until we got the truck. So, and then,
Man.
we just got rid of it. We didn't even, we were, gonna try and resell it, but Brandon was like, I'm not fixing these brake lines, and I'm
Yeah,
like, well, I'm not selling it like this because I don't
yeah,
want somebody else to die or something.
yeah. Well, I really liked. I mean, from the minute it left, I missed it. Just be I missed my truck. Just be it. Number one, it has that sentimental value, and then number two, just having it there for another vehicle. And I asked him. I said, if I need it, can I borrow it? And he goes, yeah. He said, anytime you need it,
Yeah.
just let me know. So, that is that made it a little bit, better. Um, but I'll get another truck when I move to Texas. Um,
Yeah. No, Hank, it's not bad rust. Um, it's just little pieces on the trim.
yeah,
It's actually in pretty good condition. Yeah, I know that it wouldn't even it wouldn't work if it was still, still rusted or whatever.
yeah,
Oh, she meant the other car. Yeah, it was all right. I
yeah,
mean, as long as I get my money out of the car, I'm fine with it. And I think we got 130 out of that car, and I think we only paid like 600 for it or something. So we got it for a pretty good price.
yeah,
Um, especially here, it seems like even the older vehicles that could be rusted out and have a lot of mileage and everything, it's like everybody wants a freaking arm and leg for everything.
yeah, yeah. And the good thing about that, the new car is you don't have a car payment, you
Right.
know, and so that actually helps. It helps a lot. Um, yeah, car prices are blowing my mind. I know. I mean, I 60, $70,000 for a vehicle. I'm like, they have gone crazy. And you can't even buy two tires here for less than six. I know.
Yeah, that's about how it is here too.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, my friend just he he actually got two new vehicles and two new car payments, and 250 a month on one and 210 on the other. I'm like, that's a lot of freaking money every month. That is a
Well,
lot of money
we had Mike's truck that was $650
a month.
a month.
Oh my
And
god.
we had my Mitsubishi was I think it was around 450, so $1,100
Wow.
a month, but I
Uh,
mean there was two incomes, not at the end, but
yes.
when we bought them there was two incomes coming in, and and at that time with both of us working jobs we could afford it, you know,
Right.
so yeah. That was a lot of money to pay out.
It is so much
It
money.
was a lot of money, but I had to have a good vehicle because I was going, 200-300 miles a day,
Yeah.
and I had to have something dependable,
Hmm.
and especially in the wintertime. So
But man, I am so about not having a car payment if I can help it. Um, I remember those days, and I mean, it's been a while since I had a car payment. I haven't had a car payment since I lived in California.
yeah, that's pretty darn good. That is pretty good.
So it's been, what, 10 years?
10 years, a little over 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that says I remember years ago when uh, a, when a couple when a couple we knew sold both of their cars with car payments and bought two compact cars with cash. Saved them a lot of money. Yeah, definitely. I completely agree. What is the blue willow plate behind you? This one? I don't know.
I think that one.
Everything's gonna fall. I think. Is it this one?
It's Elvis, of course.
Is that the one that you're talking
Willow?
about?
Willow?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have willows. I need to go through this and fix it up. I need to do some dusting. Same shelf on my far right.
So,
This side or this side?
yes, that
This side?
first, yeah.
White and
I don't.
blue.
White and blue. Well, there's. I don't know.
No, all the way to the right.
Next to the book.
Yeah, that one. No,
This?
the one that's standing up behind that.
This?
Yes.
Oh, this one's a good one. Don't ask me who gave me this. I couldn't tell you. I need to put a little sign on it that says from. So these are Pez dispensers.
Oh, that is a good one. That's cool.
Still in the, just different phases, but still in the package.
If you ever find a Funko Pop that's Elvis, Valerie needs one.
Yeah. I would love to have one. I mean, I'm not into the whole Funko Pops, but I would love to have one of those. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that whole shelf is basically Elvis stuff.
Yeah. I need to get up there and but all my friends, this didn't really happen until after the show started. I mean, I had a few pieces, but it pretty much happened after the show.
I need to get a shelf to put behind me, but I can't fit any more stuff behind me right now.
Poor Sally. My cup.
Yeah. My greatest blessings call me Mimi. Oh, how cute. When'd you get that?
I've had it for a while.
Oh.
I think I paid an arm and a leg for that thing too.
Did you really?
Yeah. But I liked it.
I got all kinds of stuff on my shelf.
Oh, don't cut your hand.
I'm not going to.
Ooh. That's a knife.
That's a knife. have these hidden all over the house.
It's the way to go. The whole floor is a shelf. See,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Ah, my.
Wow. I went and looked at
Avalanche.
Elva's Funko Pops, and some of them sell for $300.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
I am not doing that.
Valerie's like, I want one, but I don't need one that bad.
I'll look at them from afar.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you could just go on eBay and look at pictures of them.
There you go.
That's what people do to my stuff. Yeah. They save them and then they download them onto their computer and they print them out off their printer and they put them in a photo album and just look at them. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I should do.
All the stuff that's in my eBay store.
That's what I should do. I should print it out and then cut it out and put it on the shelf. I'll be good to go. Hell, I can even tape it on a box if I want to.
There you go.
It'd be just as good.
I don't know if those are Bowie knives. I think it's just a hunting knife. I do have kukri knives though.
Kukri. What's that?
It's like the knives that are on that one zombie movie. Remind me. The one with Mila. What's her name?
I don't know.
You know, and she has the knives behind her, and she.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have that whole setup. I have the knives and the vest.
Wow.
Or not the vest, but it's like a harness.
Yeah.
You know, and you just
carrier.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they're called kukri knives. But they're shaped. They have kind of like that shape.
Yeah. They kind of have that bow.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but it's way more angled than that.
Yeah. How you doing, Texas Val?
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, but I know that you've been busy. I got out some watches to work on today.
Let's see what's on my list. My list is hard goods. Lance? Come on. Time to go to work. No. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I don't even have anything figured out or anything, so. Probably some flatware. We've got some games. So, plenty to get listed. Plenty of stuff.
I have like pocket knives everywhere.
Tina got me I think it's called a Kennesaw. It's a pocket knife.
Oh.
I think that's the brand name of it. Kennesaw or something. But, yeah. Kukri knife is how it's spelled. So 2 things today, slowly get my groove back. That's awesome.
I didn't sell one dang thing yesterday. After my big day.
Yeah. Good morning, Frankie Spines. eBay's being stupid again. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Giving me fits of frustration. Yeah. I did a little something with my store yesterday.
A little
Carol
old
says she
something.
only sold one thing. I didn't sell anything all day until last night. I did some rearranging, some fixing of my prices, like Sally had suggested. Um, I just kind of went in and just started kind of picking things to change the wording around and adjust, and I don't know. I ended up with, as soon as I was done with that, it seemed like it like jerked something free or something, because I think I have 3 or 4 going out
Cool.
or something like that. What do I have? I have 3 going out. Yeah.
Hi, bum crack.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with eBay. Poshmark wasn't very giving either, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
We just keep doing what we're doing.
Just keep fighting.
List it
That's all you
out.
can do, really. I mean, you just keep trying to, bust something loose so you can get the sales, and that's what else can you do?
No.
Keep listing.
Yeah, it's slow. I got 4 going out. And none of them are big. So
None of them are big.
big money. None of them. Nope.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah, I
So
definitely think that, I mean, something's wrong, you know? Something is wrong.
well, and this statement is not going to cause anything to happen, or um but why are they waiting until the busiest time of the year to make such horrendous changes? I mean, the fact of the matter is, if we make money, eBay makes money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like they're shooting themselves in the foot,
Yeah.
because they did this because people aren't making sales, and they're not making, money. It does not make, that was not a good business move at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I don't understand.
you got me. That's. Mm-mm.
I just don't get it. And why wouldn't you do that at the beginning of the year? Why wouldn't
Right.
you leave things the same and, leave well enough alone and make your changes at the beginning of the year?
I mean, do they actually think that changing them now is going to, I mean, changing them now is gonna be, um, like, um, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Uh, it's gonna be harder than doing it then. I mean, it's gonna be more penalizing for them to do it now than to do it the first year.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was gonna say.
It just
I had a senior moment.
it just boggles my mind that they, and I know I know that it had to have been a mess up on somebody's part. Somebody hit the wrong button, somebody put the wrong code in, and and it screwed everything up. But why would you, if you know that that's a possibility because of last year, you know, May, June, July, when they had all the glitches, I mean, you have to be aware of that. You have
Yeah.
to say, no, we're not going to, because the potential is that, we could really screw up systems. Let's wait until the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And their tech department is not up to the par anyways.
Apparently not.
I mean, it really should be, but I mean,
with eBay, they should have the best the best computer programmer, coders, the best tech department ever. They can afford it. I don't know.
Hi, Anna.
I'm so confused. But that's one of the reasons why I I sell on other platforms.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm doing too, is I'm cross-listing today.
And not to say that those platforms are doing great either, but at least, it can kind of make up for the losses that I'm getting on eBay. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I just went on a little rant.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm sure that, I mean, I just had a awesome weekend, as far as sales for me. And, now I feel like I'm being just cut off, It's like, okay, that's enough for you. But hopefully I can, do something to where it'll open it back up.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not to the point where I'm going to stop listing over there.
No.
I'm going to keep listing over there. I'm going to keep putting stuff up.
Well, you have to see any changes, to see any positive changes, you're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to work it's not going to do anything to change things around and change your prices up and stuff like that unless, you list at least a few things.
Oh, yeah. So, even though they're still not giving me love, I'm going to give them some love. I'm going to keep listing over there. But you can bet your bottom dollar I'll be listing other places too.
Yeah.
And if you don't get the sale, if eBay don't get the sale, well, maybe you learn. That'll learn you. I don't know. It's just frustrating. And I know that there's a lot of people that they base their business off of eBay, and they used to be able to say, these 10 things I'll sell today. They knew that they were going to sell these items. They can't do that no more. It's a guessing game.
Yeah, it's not that reliable anymore.
Now, instead of putting up 20 things that will sell, now you have to put up 50 things that you might sell. There's a slight possibility that it might sell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they really just did themselves a disservice. Um, by making these changes in fourth quarter. But
Right. I gotta pee. I'll be right
so,
back.
okay. What's new, Todd?
Oh, it's cooler.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in the mid 70s for our high today.
Perfect.
That's quite a bit different than the old summertime in Central Texas.
Yeah.
It's 47 degrees right now.
Wow.
I think my swimming pool's gonna freeze.
Yeah, I think it got below. I think it was around 30 last night, so it was pretty chilly. And it was this. I don't like that there. 42 right now. So
Had like 65-mile-an-hour winds last yesterday.
yeah, it's
God,
we've been very, very windy the last couple.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that video I sent of the lake?
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah,
What, big waves and stuff?
Yeah, they had big waves going up over the break wall, and
the girl with the eyelashes video.
yeah,
Those are some weird I couldn't quit looking at them. They were weird looking. They look like spikes coming off of her eyelids.
yeah, it was crazy with that, with them waves and stuff. But that's what Lake Superior does when it gets windy. The people that live on Lake Superior, it's called a place called Park Point, is what it's called, and they actually weren't letting people go home last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the waves were, it was dangerous to send them over the bridge, and yeah, there was flooding over there and everything.
Huh.
And there's tons of people that live over there, and so yeah, a lot of people didn't get to go home last night.
Huh.
And second of all, the only way on and off there is the lift bridge, the area lift bridge. And if they can't get across that area lift bridge, there's no way anybody could get to them, you know. So I always said I'd never. Well, they're packed in there like those houses are packed in there like sardines on the beach, you know. And so that's one reason why I wouldn't live over there. But another reason is because you're at the mercy of that lift bridge, and if there's an emergency, you're having a heart attack or whatever, and a ship is coming through and that lift bridge is up, the ambulance ain't getting to you.
Yeah.
You know.
You're screwed.
Gotta be air flooded.
Well, they have like the Coast Guard and there's a nursing home over there and stuff. So I suppose if all else failed, if it was a real emergency, I suppose somebody would be able to, some kind of first responder would get to you, but still.
So I got the new picket or old pickets put back on my fence. I'm done with that little project.
Good.
Oh, that's good.
But there's two more places about like the one I fixed that I've still got to do.
Yeah.
All in good time. I'm old and I can take my time.
Hey, you get a little bit cooler weather, it'll be a little easier to do.
Yep.
You know.
So yeah, those stupid fence posts, they rot off right at the top of the concrete. And you got to dig the concrete out. No.
Yeah, when it was probably a good year and a half ago. We had those. They were tornado force winds. I think they were around 80 miles an hour, and those they just came through, and they snapped one of my fence posts. And there was a section of my fence that fell down, and I had we had to pull the concrete stump out. I had never had to do anything like that, so I didn't know how to do that.
It's a pain in the ass.
And yeah, pull the concrete stump out, and then put a new stump in and reset it. Put concrete in it. I'd never done anything like that, so thank goodness for my father-in-law, and he fixed it right up.
Guten Morgen.
Guten
Good
Morgen.
morning. Guten Tag. Good and tight.
Guten Tag.
Mike used to say good and tight.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
One of those memories.
Mhm.
It takes all the good memories to keep ahead of the sad ones.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I have got
One. Tom, you're looking thinner.
am I?
Yeah,
I wish.
you look good.
Better watch out, Roberta. I think Valerie's hitting on your man. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
Did you do your homework last night, Tom?
Homework.
I gave him homework last
Oh gosh.
night.
Oh Lord.
I tell him he had to figure out who Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson was. He didn't know. Who
Oh
either
my
one of them
God.
God. Drama.
Nicole.
I was like, now, how do you think you're going to be a big YouTube star if you don't know who two of the major players are?
Are they like bottom feeders or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom feeders. Yeah, Jeffree Star's a big bottom feeder. He's got more money than God.
He's what with the who, the what?
He ate something off the bottom, all right.
Well, Nikki was talking about she wanted to do a different type of channel, and I told her since she liked to scrape around on the bottom of YouTube, she needed to do one on the less popular.
He said it should be a makeup guru. Yeah.
No, I said I was going to start doing makeup.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What?
That's right.
Yeah, and then see, you didn't see the link. I mean the chat, or you not? Because I start off by saying, first of all, we're going to start off with a can of Krylon number 437 chicken can color. Now Krylon makes the paint that you like paint your outdoor furniture and whatever else with.
Yeah.
Right.
No rust.
Primer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you use the primer, and then you use the Bondo, and then you use the war paint.
Roberta likes to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, and it is amazing how some of those homely guys become such beautiful women.
Mm-hmm.
It's talent. It's a talent.
It is. I love
is.
watching Jeffree Star put on his makeup. It is, but I like watching people put on makeup. I'm not a makeup person. I used to wear makeup, but I don't really anymore. Unless I'm going somewhere really, 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 really nice. But
Really?
I like watching people put their makeup on.
Really.
Watching Jeffree Star and his makeup.
Yeah, one day Valerie was talking to Tina, and we were all like on Facebook, I think. And Tina was putting on her makeup, and oh my God, I loved watching her do that, but it was such a task.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine doing that every day. I'm sorry.
No. And when I wore makeup, that was the time where when you wore makeup, you were supposed to put makeup on so it didn't look like you were wearing makeup.
Yeah, that's not any.
That
That's
was the
not how
whole
it is
thing.
now.
To make it look like you weren't wearing makeup. Now they do it and they look like goddamn clowns. Looks like a damn clown getting ready for the circus. I mean, they look beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Jeffree Star looks beautiful when he's done. But I'm like, God dang, they look like damn clowns.
My sister-in-law works from home. Every morning she gets up, she gets a shower, she gets dressed, she puts on full makeup, and then goes to sit at her desk and does her job every morning.
Yeah.
But she says that makes her feel like she's going to work.
It makes you feel, if you're, I don't know, it does something.
Valerie does the same thing.
For me, I like, there's some days where I wake up late and I don't get to that, but most days I try to put makeup on, fix my hair just as I was going to work, because it
and
just
she
makes
told
you
me she even put some shoes on, right, Valerie?
What's that? What?
No, she doesn't. I think she said you don't even put on your shoes now.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
feel
shoes.
pretty.
Putting your shoes on is a big part of, is a huge part of that. Now, right now, I only put flip flops on, but most of the time, especially in the winter, I'll put tennis shoes on, and I wear tennis shoes all day long until the evening.
Sorry, you're lucky if you see me without a house dress on.
Yeah, we see you in your nightie half the time.
I'm in my nightie right now.
Good morning.
I'm talking about the one with the spaghetti straps on it.
Oh,
Jesus.
Well, maybe
Sorry,
that
I
one
mean,
too.
I'm still wearing my PJ pants, so.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But if you ever do make videos about the makeup community, do not ever diss Shane Dawson or Jeffree Star ever. Your channel will go down before it even starts.
I don't even know who the hell they are.
They have major followers, and they are like, they love them too. They go crazy over them. Their fans are crazy.
Julie says, "Don't forget the spackle."
Yeah, the spackle.
Can't forget that.
I feel pretty, so pretty and gay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just does something for your mood to, run a comb through your hair, but even if you're putting it in a ponytail, I mean, you just feel very
Pretty.
You feel better if you do that for yourself.
Hi, Bone Crack.
There's a fella I follow. His name is Nick Nemens, and his channel is about developing your YouTube channel. When he first started out, he did this one video. He said, when I first started out, he said, I thought I needed to wear like theatrical makeup. And you look back to some of his earlier videos, and he's got these red lips, and and he's just a sight. He says, I don't know what I was thinking, but he said, YouTube is like TV, and everybody that's like the news and whatnot, they've got makeup on, and but he's got these bright red, not like you can tell they're red, but not like you can see the hot red lipstick on.
Yeah.
He says, so don't do that.
Yeah.
Come as you are.
Sal, you doing all right?
Yeah.
You're getting kind of still over there. I'm getting worried.
No, I'm checking. I'm checking tickets.
Oh, okay. Checking them twice.
I'm just thinking how many of the ones that I passed up.
Well, don't
many
think
what?
about that, because then you'll be down a whole different rabbit hole.
Yeah, see,
What did you pass up?
She got that this morning.
What is it?
$50 ticket.
$50.
Oh, it's a $50 scratch
Is
off.
that something that somebody turned in?
no,
I-
somebody threw in the trash.
Well, that's what I
nice.
meant. You know, like they came by and checked them, and they or
They didn't even check them. They just
scratched them.
scratched them and threw them in the trash.
Oh,
What's the use in buying a ticket?
I stare at mine until I'm 100% sure it's either good or no good. So I don't know.
I
if
Well,
always
you
they
have
ha-
mine were scanned.
They have a thing that you just go like this,
Yeah.
and it tells you if it's a winner.
You don't even
Yeah.
have to scratch it. Just scratch off the little barcode.
Yeah,
thing at the
like the
bottom.
barcode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here in Minnesota, they have codes on them so that if you did win, you can. There's a code, three letters that hidden in that grid, and you can tell if you won or not. And it used to be on there so that because that was before the scanners, that was so the cashier could quickly see if it was a winner or not.
Hmm.
And so I don't know how people pass them up. I mean, they got that code on there too. I mean,
But you see how many winners I find. I mean, I find one
Yeah.
almost every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
oh,
It's about that regular.
Mhm.
wow.
There was a guy here in North Carolina who was busted because he worked in a cigarette store that sold lottery tickets. And what he would do is he got the little. Yeah, I think you said you had one there. The little readers, you just scan it and it says you're a winner and how much it is, and then take it to the cashier. Well, he was going through and he was checking all the cards in the book. And then his friend
Oh
of
my
his
God.
he would call a friend of his and say, like, okay, you need to put $30 in. I'll put $30 in, and I'll pull out all the ones that were winning. And he got busted because his store was selling all these tickets that were out of order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They have actually people from the lottery commission that come in your store, and they just, they're just doing a general checkup, see what tickets you still have, what tickets the newer tickets you need to put out,
Mhm.
and the order for you and all of that. But they're, if they see that kind of stuff, they're gonna get you.
Yeah.
Now, there's some people that have lucky numbers because there was a lady that was in the article that they, had interviewed, and her lucky number was 46. And she would come in here and she'd say, "Give me every ticket you got that's got, the actual number,
Mhm.
like the ticket number is 46.
Right.
I want all the 46s." And so the attendant would go through and check, if he'd already sold past 46, then he was okay. But he would go through the book and he would pull out 46. But the people from the gambling commission here in the state said that they, that does happen a lot. And, but they can tell,
Yeah.
there's arbitrarily a 46 missing out of a deck, but it's not like this case was, whereas there was a 3 and a 46 and 127, out of the same deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they call them books down here. I don't know what y'all call them up there.
Yeah,
But-
we used to write our numbers down, but then they were having such bad problems with even the managers were scrapping their numbers. They were
Yeah.
changing up their numbers so that it would look like their lottery came out right.
Yeah.
And they were stealing.
Oh
And
gosh.
yeah, and that was at a store here in town, at the Admiral.
Now, on that ticket, will you take it to somebody else's store to cash it, or will you take it in your store with somebody else?
I'll probably have Brandon take it in.
Alright.
Yeah.
And we don't ever tell anybody that we find them or anything like that.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube now.
I don't care. They don't watch this.
You don't know. Nikki's
How
on
do
here.
you know?
You don't know. Nikki's on this show. They're still, there's those guys in the black suits that's still watching this show to see what else, little tidbits they can find out about Nikki and her family.
Yeah.
No, think of all of the stores in the United States that sell lottery tickets, and think of all the people that don't check their tickets thoroughly.
No, that's crazy. Makes me want to go down to the gas station and dig in their garbage.
This is, I mean, this is
Okay, would you make me a glass of tea?
this is how, this is how they are able to keep the lotteries going, is all these tickets that are unclaimed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, and I'm just finding a little piece of it.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
It's not a big deal.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say anything about it. I mean, finders keepers, losers weepers. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
there.
Boo boo.
Roberta likes scratchies, and so for holiday, like her birthday and Christmas, part of her presents is I give her, a bunch of scratch offs from different denominations, and
I like scratch offs every day.
she's doesn't want to spend the money every day, just special occasions. Or if she's had a bad day at work, then I stop by and pick her up $10 or $20 worth of scratchies just to hopefully boost her attitude.
Yeah.
But after she scratches them, if she definitely doesn't see a win, she gives them to me and she says, check these. And what I do is I just take my thumbnail and just scrape off all the stuff off of the codes, and then when I take her winning ones in there, I just check all of them to make sure.
See, some people they don't even scratch the full things. They spent $30 on this ticket and they scratched these top ones, but they didn't scratch any of these. But then they check with that code.
Okay.
So
I think
that one's been checked.
I think the Ohio Lottery has an app that you can actually use and scan that code.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have a app on our phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
That we can scan them.
They have what's called the Players Club here, where they you can. Thank you for knocking that off. Where you can scan the code on it, and if it's not winners, then you can scan a different section of the card, and it gives you points towards your account, and then you can, like, they'll have special Players Club drawings for like Panthers tickets or Hornet tickets.
They used to do that for our state too, and they took it away. Because I used to sell lottery tickets for the specific fact that people can get points from them.
Did you scan the ones that you had, like you would get there? Did you scan your points in, or would you prefer?
I wouldn't scan them. I kept some that I would scan, and then some that I wouldn't, and then the ones that I wouldn't, I would put in lots and sell them on eBay.
Oh, okay. That's where you got that's what you do. Okay.
So there you go, Tom. There's an income stream for you.
I would starve to death because I don't buy that many tickets.
No, I'm not saying buy them.
Well, I don't know anybody that has a store.
You have a store in your town, don't you?
I have bunches of stores.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, I want all your old scratch off tickets.
Don't ask them.
Just go through the trash and get them?
Yes. Are you too prideful? Some people are too prideful.
When I step out of the Bentley and walk into the lottery store and start digging lottery tickets,
Hey, that's what they get for judging you.
I'm just kidding. There is no Bentley.
Well, I mean,
this is how I paid for my Bentley.
That's right.
Yeah. Right.
But they'll do like some months they'll do like they're giving away $100,000 ticket. You know, $100,000 cash. You know, prizes, and half of them don't go. Half of them don't go. You know, are not given out because numbers are not drawn,
Yeah.
or people forget about it.
Yeah.
I think my computer has rigor mortis. It's so
see,
freaking slow.
See, in South Carolina, you can buy all your lottery stuff is confidential. You don't when you go if you win a big one, you know where you have to go in and show social security number and all that kind of tax ID and all that.
Right.
All that's confidential. They can't put it in the media. So a lot of people from South Carolina, I mean from North Carolina, are going and Georgia and are going into South Carolina to buy their lottery tickets because if they should win. Even if they should win $100,000 scratchy, a $20,000 scratchy, they can keep it secret.
Right.
They can't from the taxes.
Oh no, they collect all the taxes and
Oh.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as like North Carolina, they do a big. If somebody was like that 1.5 billion that was won, if that had been in North Carolina, that person's picture would have been all over every damn board in North Carolina. You know, every billboard, every newspaper, everything.
Oh, yeah.
Because that they say it's showing that people are really winning.
Yeah.
The average folk is really winning. Well, we don't know if
Right.
this average folk was a millionaire and he took it, went in and said, "Give me 1,000 scratchies. 1,000 lottery tickets for the 1.5 bill." But who cares? Take your money and run.
They used to be so plain too. Look at how pretty that is. It's so flashy. It's got like this red sparkle to it.
Ooh.
Yeah, the more
Squirrel.
the more
And-
glittery, the more people want to buy it because it looks so
Yeah.
much more
Can you
enticing.
believe-
It's like, ooh.
People pay $30 just for that.
Mhm.
Jeez.
I have been in our cigarette store that sells lottery tickets, and people will come in there and drop. They'll give me 5 of those $30 ones, give me 3 of the $20 ones, and give me another 40 and $2 ones.
I buy in fives, but not the $30 ones because it says on the back 1 in 4 wins. At least on the ones that we get, the Ohio lottery. If you don't, you can send those in for another chance to win or something like that. I forget
This
what
is
it is.
1 in 3.13.
Mm-hmm. So I always buy 5 of the same one. And I usually get at least one winner. It might be only $1, but hey.
Yeah.
There's some like a scratchy club up in Jersey, and that's New Jersey, not Jersey Isles off of Great Britain. They bought a book, and it was like $3,000,
Jeez.
and they sat there and scratched it off, and they won like $250 back.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
a lot of there's actually a few YouTubers that I've seen that have started doing that, buying whole books and scratching them off just to see how many winners they get out of it.
That is one of the biggest communities on YouTube.
Really?
Is the scratchies.
There you go, Nikki.
You wouldn't believe how many people subscribe to them scratching channels. And the casino channels, the ones that go and see them people. Yes, I know scratchies, I know, but those people on the lottery and stuff, oh my God, they got
It's called babies.
It's one of those days.
And you know what, Nikki? They don't even have to worry about creating content. All they do
That's
is
great
just sit
humor.
down there
all they do is scratch off their ticket.
and talk while they talk while you're doing it, and a lot of them have certain ways they scratch everything off, so it kind of keeps a little suspense in there.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah,
I can't find my lucky nickel.
oh,
That
there's
would be
some
my-
of them that'll say some of them have created their own scratchy
Tool.
little coin things.
Yep.
they've created those, and they have like
Yeah.
their YouTube logo on them and that type of thing that
Mhm.
they'll give them
It's
away, or
it's
you
a
can get
huge
5 for
community. You wanna start a YouTube channel that gets a lot of views? There you go. If
Well,
you're a
jump on it,
scratch-off
Nick.
player,
They just want to see if you win or not. That's what it is.
Yeah.
start taping yourself scratching out scratches.
Yeah.
They don't
I
even
wa-
show their faces or nothing on there. They just show you them scratching.
Yeah,
I went down the coin pusher video trail one time. Man, people shoving quarters in those coin pusher
Oh, yeah.
machines.
Oh my God.
With hopes
And
of winning all that falls off the edge.
yeah, and
Sometimes I think those ones on the edge are glued, so they don't actually fall off.
Me and Brandon can play that game pretty good.
I have it
That's-
on my phone, so it's free.
he said
We-
coin pushing. I thought he was talking about one of the coin people that have, where they talk about the different coins and they sell off coins and stuff like that.
No, this
he-
is
no, there's like a casino machine that
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. That after you got further into
you drop coins in it. They had one on the Carnival Cruise we went last year.
They usually have them like in arcades where the video games and stuff are too.
I was gonna say that coin community is where he started on YouTube, isn't it, Todd?
Yeah.
we
Would you
have
quit headbutting me, weirdo?
we have one at our China buffet. And so every time we go, we take all of our quarters.
Have you won anything?
Oh yeah. We've walked out of there with $15, just playing $1.
Huh.
Huh.
'Cause I never have any luck.
We had super good luck that day. We've lost a couple of times, but we don't usually put more than like $5 in it or something,
I like playing that game when I see it, but I usually only put $1 or $2 in it. I don't put too much.
Ours
in.
is a ripoff around here because even if quarters do come out, you just get tickets to to give in for
Oh.
prizes at the desk.
yeah.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no, not here. You get the,
This
you
one you
the-
get quarters, and they have
The one-
prizes that they in ours they have like rolls of ones. Like
Yeah.
ones rolled up and rubber band.
Yeah.
And sitting right on the freaking edge, It's like, oh my God.
Yep.
It's so
Hellfire, Sadie.
much.
I need to buy one of those machines.
Yeah.
Well, see, if they actually give you money, then that's considered gambling. And if your state doesn't allow gambling, then
Our state does, so.
yeah. Well, that's just it. We have we used to have poker machines in South
Mhm.
Carolina and North Carolina, and they made all kinds of tax revenue, and they outlawed them.
Quit, weirdo.
The bars have those machines here, video machines, and they're like for fun only or whatever the sign says, for amusement only or whatever. But yeah, if you do win, then the bartender comes over and gives you whatever you want.
Now, they might have changed, but Roberta and I were watching this show about it's the little silver metal balls. It's a game in pachinko in Japan. And
Oh,
there's
yeah.
no way, it's totally random whether you win or not. Anyway, you can't. Gambling's illegal, so they can't pay you off. But what you do is you take all your little pachinko balls in your bucket and you go over to this place and they run it through a machine and count how many you got, and you can select prizes. Well, on the prize wall are these obscure boxes that have like 5 or 20 or whatever on them, and you select those. Then you go out the back door of the building to this window, and they buy the box from you for the amount of money that you won
Oh wow.
in the in the pachinko machine.
Huh.
And the guy that was doing said, they've tried to bust, they've tried to shut that kind of thing down, but there is no business connection between the back window and the pachinko machine parlor owner.
Hmm.
Now,
Julie.
whatever they did, you know, whatever deal they have where they sell the customer back to the pachinko machine owner to get their money back plus a little bit. But you know, they find a way around it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you won $50. You're starting the day off as a profit.
Yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely. Morning, Julie. I don't know if I said that before.
If you knock my coffee cup off, it's not too much longer before you leave, is it?
I leave at 11.
What?
I leave the 11th.
Oh.
And then you'll be back the 5th of January.
No, actually, I don't know. Right now, the plan is I'm going to be there until I'll be in California until the first part of December. I'm coming home, and I'll be home until after the first of the year, and then I'm going to go back to North Carolina.
All right, say that one more time.
So I'm leaving on November 11th. I'll be back the first part of December. I'm coming back home, and then I'll be here until after the first of the year, and then I'm going to North Carolina.
Okay.
So
I missed that part where you were coming home. I was like,
yeah.
holy crap, she's only going to that.
Well,
I was sitting there going, what are you gonna do with the dogs all that time? Holy crap.
Well, I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks, and then I'll be back, and then for another probably 3 weeks or so, and then leave for another. I don't think I'll spend 3 weeks in North Carolina. It'll probably be more of a 10-day to 2-week trip over there, and then I'll come home.
You
That's the plan right now. It could change. So
you could always take your dog on the plane with you as one of those emotional support dogs or whatever they call them.
Not 3.
Huh?
No, that costs you money.
Does it really cost you money? I thought they had. I mean, that was.
No, it costs you about $100 extra.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the news not too long ago, and there was some people throwing down over here at the airport because one of the passengers was allergic to down, and the woman brought on a duck as a support animal.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, the airline said the duck was very well behaved. You know, it wasn't like it was squawking all over the place and trying to get away or fluttering that. But so they got into a war about it, and the airline had to tell the woman she had to get another flight because, you know, of the allergies of the woman.
Wow.
But everybody's got everything. It's got support possums and.
Can I bring my support snake?
I just don't.
I want to support
Snakes on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh no! Let me tell you what. Snakes on the plane. I'll show you how to commandeer a damn airplane and put that sucker down in the middle of a nearest interstate. Because Sweet Daddy ain't going to stay on no plane with no snakes.
Well, how do you know? You don't know that there's a snake on there.
Well, the first time somebody says snake, I'm gonna be like, okay, tell the captain to put it now. That titanium door that going into the cockpit is not going to be strong enough if I have to come up there and put this sucker on the ground.
Right.
And I have flown a flight simulator enough that I know I can put a 767 on the ground.
I sure. Yeah, you could do that.
I need a service monkey that can open packages for me.
Service monkey.
Like Monkey Boo.
All these people have all got these, just not dogs. You know, but they've got all these support animals now of such odd varieties, and it's distracting. They smell. They
What really got me,
2.
I don't know when it was. I don't know when it was that I flew, but what really got me was when they have bathrooms for animals.
Really?
Yes, they do.
Mm.
Oh no, that's
Yes,
getting.
yes, they do.
No, I said that's getting.
They-
That's getting. I'm not denying. I'm not saying that you're not telling the truth. I'm just saying that's getting out of control, and it's time to get the kid.
in the airports, in some airports, they have an area where, like a green, like a turf,
Right.
fake grass, and yeah,
Is that where all the smokers go to?
yeah,
Yeah,
you take
I
your animal
wish.
in there, and they can go relieve themselves, and yeah,
That's crazy.
I was like, what?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I can see a support falcon flying around the inside of an airplane cabin with a baby in its talons, you know.
Miss Roxy said there's none of the sport crap where I got to lay on the floor. I expect a first class seat, sitting beside my dad, and bring me some fresh fish for lunch.
The problem with the service animal thing is they made it so it's illegal to ask somebody about their service animal, why they need it or whatever. And so and now you can register them online and you don't have to have a vest or anything for them. You can just take these damn animals anywhere you want. So anybody can just say, well, this is my service animal. It's illegal for you to ask me about it. And they're not going to ask you about it because they don't want to be sued.
Right.
And well, I go into these places and I see these people with these dogs. You know damn well that they're not service dogs
Mm-hmm.
because service dogs aren't going to other people wanting them to pet them. They're not running all over hell. No, a service dog stays with their person and does not falter if it's a true service dog. And I think if you're a business owner or a worker or something at a business and you see one of these dogs that are flailing all over the place or barking or sniffing other people or whatever, you should be able to question them about that because that is not a service dog.
Yeah.
I'll
They can't
guarantee
tell
it.
them to leave. They can't tell them to leave.
Yeah, they should be able to because you can tell when there's a service dog and when there's not a service dog.
Back when I did some part-time work for Staples, a lady came in and she had a Chihuahua stick down in her blouse, and the dog's head was looking. And she's a big lady and she had big boobs. The Chihuahua's head was,
Of course.
was sticking out the front of her shirt, whatnot, and she came in the door, and I was standing at the tech center, and I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, animals are not allowed." She's like, "Well, he's not walking around." So I pushed a little. So she went on about her stuff, and I pushed the button for the manager, and he came over, and I said, "Look," I said, "there's a lady walking around here with a Chihuahua in her blouse," and I said, "I'm not worried about the dog. I'm like, that's a good opportunity to stick stuff in your shirt, you know?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." And the guy was a nice guy, but he could be a real ass. He walked over to the lady, and he said, "Ma'am, we do not allow dogs in here. We do not allow animals in here unless they are seeing eye dogs. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave with your animal."
Yeah,
Well,
unless
she
your
said,
boobs are blind.
She fussed all the way out. She fussed all the way out. But she left. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a case of people are going to start screaming discrimination because they have to see their animal. They have to have their animal. And that's when it's going to get real nasty because people are going to start saying like, okay, you got to have proof. Because the ones that have the vests on the dogs,
Yeah.
they're the ones that has the paperwork
Yeah.
to back it up. The ones with with that organization on it. I can't remember what it's called.
Well, and that's what Hank said. I feel sorry. It sucks for the people such as guide dog users that actually need them, but then end up treated poorly by suspicious employees. Well, that's what I say. You can tell if it's a goddamn guide dog. or
Yeah.
service. A true service animal is not going to falter from its owner.
Yeah, it's gonna be right
Oh.
there with them.
It's right with them. They don't. Real service animals don't even look at other people. They follow what their person wants, and that's all they do. True service dogs. You know, I mean, you could tell. There was this woman who was going into Cub Foods one day, and I mean, this dog was a puppy, and it was all over the place. And she was bringing it into Cub Foods, and it was a big, hairy puppy. I mean, real thick, furry puppy. It was going to get hair all over the place. Somebody had asked her or told her no pets allowed in the store. She goes, "This is my service animal." So the employee just kind of left it at that, and that dog fucking ran. Oops, sorry, ran all over that damn store, and was a total idiot, barking, running into people, just a total idiot. But because of the laws, that employee could not go any further with it.
Well, there is a difference. The dogs have to be restrained. They have to be. They can't.
Yeah.
A store manager can ask you to leave if you've got a service animal that is not maintaining some sort of decorum. If they
Yeah.
if other customers are feeling threatened because of the actions of the dog, they can ask you to leave.
Well, I wasn't feeling threatened by the dog. I was feeling threatened that my food was going to have produce was going to have dog hair on it. For God's
Well, that's
sake,
just it. That's a health issue there.
Oh, I was
So
so
there are
mad.
people
I
that
was
really
like,
rely on these dogs, and there's a guy that has one, and he flies a lot, and he buys his dog a seat, and they usually fly business class, so he's not getting any freebies off of them or discount prices. His dog has got, which if I was to fly to Michigan with Roxy here, and I wanted to buy her a seat and put her in a carrier and strap her into her carrier into her seat, the airline's fine with that. You don't have to put your animals down in the in the storage or whatnot if you're willing to spend whatever it costs to for a seat.
yeah.
But
well, there's some people that I see, and they will take their animals on the plane with everybody else in a carrier, and they will put them down at their feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that costs $100.
Yeah.
And I think even if you put them down below, I think that there's still a fee with that.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
See that
I would never take my dogs with me.
Center claw there. She says that's what I think about being put in the air crate and down in the bottom of the plane. She says I am a princess.
Mhm.
Yep.
I sleep on a king size bed.
Yeah, look at what Julie said. Last time at Disney, we went into the night show at Animal Kingdom, and there was a young girl with four big, like lab and pit service dogs, barking, jumping. People were pissed. Disney could not do nothing because they had their official, in quotation, official vests on that you can buy cheap on eBay. Yeah.
Then that's when I would have walked to the front gate and said, "Give me my freaking money back."
Yeah.
But it's probably some spineless people that just didn't want to deal with it.
Well,
Employees.
no, they don't want to get sued because they
They
can
have
sue
got.
you.
You got to know that there was people taking pictures of them with their camera and them dogs acting like that.
Yeah.
They
But
can.
they can sue.
If other people are feeling threatened by the actions of the animals, they can ask them to be removed.
Yeah. That's
Now,
what I'm saying. They can sue them for saying anything. So it's everybody's policy that you just don't ask, because they could be sued for offending that person who so-called needs a service dog for emotional support or whatever. And I understand. I mean, there was this girl when I used to manage the motel. There was this girl, she had a cat, and that was her service cat. She didn't take the cat everywhere, but she had to have the cat for emotional support because she had some problems upstairs. She wasn't retarded or anything, but she had some issues. Anyways, but she needed the cat. The cat helped or whatever. I think it was like autistic or something. But anyways, I don't remember. But anyways, the cat actually did, calm her down, make her happy, whatever. But they didn't take the damn cat everywhere with them. And it was fine. But that cat was well behaved. It wasn't an asshole.
See, here's where they're going. Like Disney's going to run into problems if they let these people in there with these dogs that are not behaved. Then and they jump up on scratch somebody. Disney is going to have a hell of a time on their hands because they should have taken, because they were failed to protect their patrons.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I've literally had people tell me, yeah, this really ain't a service dog, but all I have to do is say it's a service dog. They can't ask me about it. And otherwise I could sue them, and it's like, what is wrong with you? But people, yeah, like Julie said, you cannot ask. People are Googling the rules and laws, and yeah, they know, but it's.
Well, the airlines have gotten to the point now where they'll just tell you we can't sell you a ticket. Because when you buy a ticket and you're going to have a service animal with you, you're supposed to declare it.
Yeah.
And if it's a possum, it's not on their cat. I think cats and dogs are pretty much what's on their approved service animal list.
Yeah.
Because what the hell is to stop me from walking onto damn flight 747 to Chicago with Bossy, my milk cow, because she just loves me with her big old eyes,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, she's my support animal. You got to let her on board. No, we don't have to let you on board, and that means that she don't get to go on board.
I think monkeys should be able to be service animals too, because they're pretty smart. And they can help people.
Nikki, have you ever thought about some therapy for this monkey issue?
Not just because I like monkey. I've always wanted a monkey my whole life. But anyways, monkeys can actually do things for people. They could actually be service animals. I think that. But I mean, somebody who's got a service alligator or a service turtle or a service whatever, a horse, what the hell are they gonna do?
Yeah, that's a little much.
I mean, come on, a service duck. What the hell's a duck gonna do? I love ducks. We had ducks for many years. We loved our ducks. Our ducks came to their names. They were so spoiled. But come on, what is a service duck gonna do?
How many thumbs down do we have right now?
I mean, come on. Nobody's seriously gonna listen to a duck. If a dog comes over to somebody and is like really, hey, trying to get help for you, people are actually going to follow that dog because it's well known that a dog can take you to somebody that's hurt or whatever. But I mean, a duck, everybody's going to be like kicking that duck away, like, get away from me, you weirdo.
I don't think ducks have a big enough brain to.
Oh, ducks are very smart.
You think so?
Oh yeah, my ducks were smart as hell, boy. They came to their name and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But see, these support animals are not supposed to really do anything except be with the person.
Yeah.
And like if they're bad to have seizures and stuff like that, they know to stay with the person.
Yeah.
And until it's they're done having the seizure. Yeah. I mean, that's what they're there for.
We had a duck when we were kids, and he was dumb as shit. His name was Howard, but he was still dumb as shit.
Howard the duck.
All he did was poop everywhere.
Are you sure it wasn't a goose? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it was a duck.
God,
I love our ducks. Our ducks are so
when the
great.
Geese are migrating from, the Canadian geese are migrating, man, when my parents lived out on the lake, you could not go out on the grass because, we'd go to bed or they'd go to bed at night and the next morning they wake up and there'd be 40 out there on the grass because they live right by the lake.
Yeah, Tom needs a lot of emotional support.
He does?
I could just picture Tom riding his cow while carrying his opossum and his cat on each shoulder.
Opossum. This is my support possum.
But I do think monkeys, dogs, and cats are all. I don't even think cats, but I suppose they could be. You're a cat person. So.
I don't think monkeys.
I'm with you.
Look at Monkey Boo. He opens
No.
packages and everything. Do you realize how nice that would be for me?
No.
I can't. You know how many times a day I can't open a package or a pop? You know.
Or a pop.
You have an instrument that you can do that with now. You don't need a
Well, I
monkey.
do now, yes, but it would be so much easier if I had a monkey.
No,
Oh God.
no. Because I mean,
Just imagine
truthfully,
how
the
many
monkey,
views
the
on your
monkey
channel
wouldn't,
you would get
the
if I
monkey
just
wouldn't even
came on
be
with
able
a
to
monkey.
open it because he'd be too weak.
No, bum crack. They were poops.
But Valerie, just think how many views you'd get on your channel if I just showed up on your show every day with my monkey.
Yeah, I get a bunch of thumbs down.
You'd be rich.
I've got a bunch of-
I would make you so much money with my monkey.
Nope, 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 nope.
That's
Nope,
You
funny.
nope,
mentioned bomb crack. We have a neighbor that's his wife's from England, and she says, my family back at home just laugh like crazy at some of the crap you people come up with over here. That we have over here. It's like, what do they do? Who are these people that sit around and think up all these damn crazy ass rules?
I've been delving into the whole UK reseller community lately. There are some very smart and nice people over there.
Yep.
And
yeah. Wait.
and you know, like I love the way that they talk. I love some of the shit that they come up with. It's so funny.
Yeah, their boot sales.
Who?
Their boot sales. Their
Oh yeah, their
boot
car
sales.
boots.
Yeah, not as in put on your feet, but the trunk on their car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I think I'm
Um,
going to go do a boot sale today.
I could be wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, bum crack, but I think the here does what does he call it? Wag? Chin wag?
Yeah,
Chin
talk
wag. Yeah.
chin wag.
Chin
Yeah.
wag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What? And I think it's about his dog or something.
Well,
No.
I've always heard it used as like, come over for a cuppa and let's have a chin wag.
Yeah.
Let's have coffee and talk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because they had their dog with them
Uh,
on that video.
But a chin wag has nothing to do with your dog, correct?
It's a
Right. I mean,
conversation.
that's
Yeah,
what I
it's
always
just the
heard. It was
talk.
like this.
Oh, okay.
You know how we say wag or flap our gums? They say chin wag.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so I had never heard of that. I had never heard of that. And so I and they had their dog with them at that time because it was Zahir and Beck and their dog, which is he's a little pug mix. He's so
Let's
cute.
have a spot of tea and have a little chin wag.
A friend of ours, or a friend of mine from high school, he went in the Air Force, and he and his wife were like newlyweds, and he got stationed in England, and so they had this little cottage somewhere near the base, and there was their milkman would come by. Gwen was like a different Gwen. Gwen was going like, the milkman would come by every morning and knock me up. And I'm like, excuse me? And she was like, yeah, he'd bring by the milk and he would knock on the door to make sure I was awake.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, knock me up, wake me up. I got you now.
Yeah.
She says, that's what they say.
Well, that's especially funny because it's always a joke. Oh, that's the milkman's kid, you know?
Yeah.
And she said, and she said she and her husband were at a pub in London, and they were sitting with some other couples, and one of the guys held a pack of cigarettes over to her husband, and said, care for a fag? And he said,
Yeah.
no, I like women, thank you. And he said, "No, a cigarette." Oh, no, I don't smoke. But anyway, the girl down the street, she says her family just laughs. They watch American news like we just for the damn entertainment of what kind of dumbass rules have these Americans came up with.
Yeah. Well, just like, we had that one guy on the, what was his name? Millionaire Militia. Yeah.
Military or something to that effect.
Yeah. Millionaire Militaria, I think.
I would like to do a show with a bunch of.
If you didn't
British
see that,
resellers.
you need to go watch it because it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Tommy was dying.
Tommy Bernard.
Yeah, he said he watched that and he said he needed to go back and rewatch because he missed some of it. And I'm like, that was it was so funny.
Was it on
But
your
interesting at the same time, and but Bumcrack dared him to do it, and so he came on, and at the end, hi, wanna give me a kiss?
No.
I missed you.
Miss you too.
Oh,
that's her son. I thought it was Brandon.
No, Brandon's not here. He's at work.
That nice to Brandon.
But it was so funny because at the end we were trying to get him to say or spell this word that he was saying that we could not figure out what he was saying.
What was the word? Do you remember?
Boga or toga. Toga. And so I was asking him to spell it and all this, and he was getting frustrated. And finally, it looked like he went like this, and his computer froze, and then he didn't come back. It was funny. I don't care who you are. It was funny. Yeah, I still don't know what it means either, and I looked it up several times, and I just see something.
Soccer, isn't it?
Oh, please don't let there be anything
That's
else.
another word for soccer.
Yeah, it's just another word for soccer.
Well, I've looked it up a lot of times, and I can't find anything that says that or TOGGA. I can't find that anywhere.
Hi, Jennifer.
Now, if you take one of the G's out, it's my ghost hunting group. So, the Ohio Ghost Hunters Association.
wasn't that on Sally's channel? That show?
Yeah.
It was on Sally's channel like a week ago or something.
I don't know nobody in Arizona.
Well, Cindy White told me yesterday in a chat that she found the soup episode.
Oh, she did?
You'll have to ask Cindy why what episode it was.
I know. I was crying too. I was laughing so hard. That was so funny, Liz.
Your call from Arizona. I have a friend that lives in Arizona, and I got this phone call and it just said Arizona, and I didn't look at the number on it. And I picked it up. I thought it was my friend out there. And it was somebody from the DNC wanting financial support for the upcoming presidency. And I said, I don't know who you got your phone list from, but you need to call and get a refund because you're not getting any money for the DNC from this household. And she said, are you not a registered Democrat? I said, oh no. Never have been. And actually, I've only been a registered Republican for like 2 elections. Before then, I just, I was not.
I know. That's what it sounded like to me too. It sounded like Target. Like he was saying Target.
Yeah.
And yes, I seen that, Hank. That's the only thing that I could get it to come up was a fantasy soccer platform. It's like fantasy football, but it's fantasy soccer. And but I asked him, I believe I asked him if that was it, and he said no. So
I remember that night I was listening to it. I wasn't chatting, but I was listening. And when I heard it, I heard Toga.
I heard Target.
Yeah.
You always hear weird stuff anyway.
Targa.
Target.
It
Like,
was
you know,
more.
like-
It was more like Targa. You know, but I'm sure that has to do with his accent.
It has to do with
Yes.
you guys'
Well, of course,
ears.
yeah.
You guys don't ever hear nothing right.
Only because you don't talk normally either.
He was English. They're the ones that know how to speak English properly.
You
Of
would
course he
think,
was
huh?
talking right.
You'd
What did
think.
he say that his scones? He wasn't Scottish or anything like that. It was like sconce or scones.
Oh, he wasn't English?
Scotch.
Scotch. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
Which to me, if you have a scotch of something, it's just like this much. That's that's what scotch means to me.
I have never scouse.
Scouse.
Okay.
But I think he was saying like scose
I don't know.
or scotch.
Uh-huh.
Come in here, millionaire militia or militaria. We need
He's
you.
probably like, hell no.
I
His name
know.
is Jamie, so I know that.
Oh, that's right, Jamie. Bum Crack says I'm from north of England and it's new to me.
Scouse sounds like what I say if the dog tries to rub their butt on the carpet.
Nice.
No, you got to think about it. You know, Nikki throws expressions out there, and I probably do the same thing. But it's like, define that, Nikki. You know, because a local, you know, oofta. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that on the first time I ever heard that was on VeggieTales.
I say oofta all the time.
Well, I know you do.
So much so I got Valerie saying oofta.
I say it. I say it not a whole lot, but I'll, every once in a while it'll fall out of my mouth.
Well, it's, it's easy to pick up words. Like I use bloke.
Yeah. He
Instead
said
of-
that, and I was like, bloke. What's a bloke? Bloke.
A guy.
I know, but, I was trying to get my
Yeah.
dictionary out in my head to figure out what that was. Because I knew I had heard you say it, so I was like, it's got to be.
I'm better to say mate.
Hank says I still try to say it, but it doesn't work for me.
But see, a mate is correct me if I'm wrong, Bumcrack, but a mate is a close friend. A bloke is just a person.
Yeah, Sally, did you see what Bumcrack said about Togger? Togger.
He said, oh, I found it. What is a togger? Togger is toga, BB, intro, soccer, dialect, Northern English to play football.
And that's what he said. I'm from the north of
So would he be saying like togar or targa?
Yeah.
Like, is that how it would sound?
That's how it would sound.
Okay.
But he's really saying toga.
Or toger. Toger.
Togger.
Well, if
I
you
don't know.
I'm trying to remember how he was saying it, and it sounded like target.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's togger.
Hank
So,
just give up.
Taga.
What is Hank saying? I don't have the chat
Just
up.
with with his accent, that's the way it was coming out. That's the way it
Yeah.
sounded.
And
Was
she said,
Targa.
y'all just give it up.
yeah, I know. Just give it up. Let it go.
Let
Let
it
it
go.
go.
Let it go.
You
They
can't
don't
sing
have-
that song, Valerie. You've never seen that movie.
I can't. I have never seen it. I don't know why.
What, let it go.
I don't have any little
Frozen.
girls around here to say, Mimi,
Well,
Nana, let's watch.
You know,
I would
I
figure
love
you
Disney
would watch it
movies.
at Tina's house or something.
I don't know.
Okay, he pronounced it like dogger,
Mm.
but with the T.
Okay.
So Togger.
Okay. Tina's the one that's got the 3 kids, right?
Mhm.
The
Uh-huh.
twins
Yeah.
and a
Huh?
spare.
Yeah.
What?
I said Tina has the twins and a spare,
Yeah.
and Julie only has Atlas.
Right.
And
Look at that.
So far.
Look at
Emmy's
you.
coming.
Emmy's coming.
Yep. Emmy's
So
coming.
that's everybody's homework tonight to watch Frozen.
Okay,
That's everybody's homework.
that's a big switch. Last night my homework was to watch.
Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson.
And Frozen
Now we're
2
going
is
to
coming out
Wholesome.
too in
Do what?
November.
What?
So maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I can.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, that's a really good
Frozen
movie.
is.
Yeah.
It's
I
It's-
like Olaf.
I mean, I'm not gonna give it away, but there's like some drama in it.
Yep.
Kind of like for adults, I guess.
Yes, Patty. She's the one that we had lunch with.
Hi,
Yep.
Dee.
Yeah.
Hey,
And-
who's Jump Girl?
And when I'm gonna try and get with Rita
Hi, Dee.
when I go to California.
Yeah, it's a cartoon, Hank.
I'm
It's
gonna try and get with
animation.
her.
Not a cartoon.
I may need her to pick me up, maybe, but
I thought
maybe we'll go to the bins or something, or maybe I don't know. Julie's
I
like,
thought
we're
you-
not gonna have any time to go to the bins before I have the baby, and I'm like, yeah, that's right.
I
Well,
thought you went to lunch with your daughter and Tessa.
And Tom and,
And
Patty
Tom and Patty.
Oh, and Patty. Oh, I didn't know that.
and Tom.
Mm.
We all
Yeah, and
we all
Tom.
went. Yeah.
I didn't know the other one was in there. I'm sorry. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jump Girl.
Yeah, we went. We went and met and had
I missed the first one.
lunch.
Sorry.
That
Never
was
mind.
pretty cool. But yeah, that's one thing that I. So if anybody else that's watching and you're near Sacramento, I'm going to be there in November, after November 11th, and so if you want to meet up, let me know. I'm actually going to try and get a hold of I have a couple of cousins over there too, so I'm going to try and get a hold of them and see if we can't meet up.
Does any of your listeners live in the Las Vegas area?
I have not seen anybody that lives in Vegas.
I might have to go next month with Roberta. She's got to go on a business trip, and we're not sure whether we want her to travel by herself.
Yeah, it
Oh.
probably wouldn't be a
We're
bad
trying.
idea.
We're trying to get her out of the trip. So, but I might have to go with her. Either that or her mother's going to have to go with her.
You should go with her. You need some time away.
No, I want some time away from everybody.
Nice.
I want to. If it was going in spring, I'd rent a car and just start travel. I'd leave here and go to Kentucky, and then to New York, and then over to Michigan, and then to Duluth, and down to Kansas, and down to Texas, and
That'd be
back
fun.
to Alabama, and back into Charlotte. Just visit everybody, just to get the hell away from everybody.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun trip.
That's
Yeah, but
funny.
part of it's getting snow already. So.
Bumcrack just gave me a Scouse dictionary.
There you go. Hey, download that. Put that in your bookmark.
There you go. Now that poor guy Jamie can come back on and not be harassed. Well,
Yeah.
he'll still be harassed, but
Those damn Americans.
Okay. Yeah. When maybe when I'm in North Carolina, maybe we can set up some kind of a. I don't know how to do that, but set up some kind of a meetup. I have no idea how to do that.
Well, I've actually been talking to a couple other Carolina YouTubers
Uh-huh.
that are not resellers.
Uh-huh.
And we've talked about seeing about getting just a big YouTuber meetup,
Yeah.
sort of like a what was it called? The things they just had out in California, only on a very small scale. Just
Uh-huh.
just a bunch of people getting together. Just the different YouTubers from the Carolinas. And Charlotte would be the ideal situation because we're right on the border between the two of them. 3 hours to anywhere.
That would be cool, Karen. I've always wanted to go to Dollywood too.
Where's that at?
I have no
Tennessee?
idea.
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Oh yeah.
That's about 4 hours from us, but it's all interstate.
Yeah.
And you're running 70 to 90 miles an hour.
Somebody's calling somebody.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do here when you're not around here. If you came at Christmas time, you could take the little ones and go down to the Christmas thing at Disney World at Carowinds.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The plan was to go for Christmas. And I am not sure if I'm going to do that. Just because of kind of places to stay type of thing.
Right.
It's more of like a conflict. And so, but I definitely wanted to be there for Madeline's birthday, which is on December 15th. But because of that conflict, at least I can be there I'm going to try and be there for the twins' birthday, but that's in January. So, it's just one of those things. We'll just have to see how things go. I mean, it's not definite. But we're looking at a few different options. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how things go.
She's a good child if she's born in December.
Yeah.
All the godly children are born in December. Oh, guys, she's a Sagittarius. We'll scrap that last statement I made. That's some of the most honorary people that you've ever met in your life. And I'm proud to be part of that group.
I couldn't imagine going to North Carolina for Christmas.
Why?
Christmas without snow, it does not compute for me.
I want to get away from the snow. I'm looking to get away from the snow. I don't want snow at all. I don't need snow. There's nothing about snow that I love.
I would like
It's
to
not
have
even pretty to me anymore. It's not even pretty. It's more of a hassle than anything else.
I would like for it to start snowing on December the 24th and snow through the evening of the 25th. And then when I get up on the 26th, it's all gone.
Yeah.
And it's sunny and 70.
Yeah, probably. More than likely, Pigeon Forge probably gets snow. And Liz says she's 30 minutes or so from Dollywood. Yeah.
It's supposed to be a nice park. It's very, family orientated.
Seems like fun.
You can go over to the
Yeah.
Titanic Museum.
Patty says sometimes we have snow in North Carolina, and sometimes it's 75 degrees Christmas.
That's right.
That is my kind of Christmas right there. 75 palm trees decorated with lights. That's my kind of Christmas.
There's about 3 years my boys didn't even know that it was supposed to be cold at Christmas time because they're running sandals and shorts and t-shirts on Christmas Day.
That's perfect.
Right, Tammy?
That's my kind. Bye, Tammy.
Well, it's 11:06 because I got to get out of here.
Yep, I gotta go too.
I'll
Yep,
I
I
hope
gotta go
everybody-
too.
Everybody have a great day. Get lots of stuff done. Get lots of listings up, and get some sales. Let's show
Bye-bye.
eBay how it's done.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Get out there and have
Bye.
a toga match.